Good evening, everyone. At this time, I will call to order the regularly scheduled board meeting for the Village of Midlothian, Wednesday, January 8th, 2020. Roll call, please.
Trustee Capeney.
Here.
Trustee Crowley.
Here.
Trustee Gillis. Trustee Ivan. Here. Trustee Killoway. Here. Trustee Christ.
Here.
Mayor LaRue.
Here.
We have a call.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing for a moment of silence for our fallen veterans, specifically a local resident, Army Specialist Henry Mayfield Jr. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there any members of any village commissions or committees here tonight? Yes, Jean. Any members in the... Okay, then we'll move on to public comment. If you'd like to be made a matter of public record, please stand, state your name and address. And please use the microphone so the cameras can pick it up. Jean.
Hi, my name is Jean Bartecki, 15049 First of all, I would like to thank everyone on behalf of the village and his family. He not only exceeded his goals in the It looks like sewers, because it looks like it's a...
No, it's just surveying. I know that they're trying to put together like a 5-year debt improvement plan for
Yeah.
but they're just getting a little around what's on now.
Okay.
Nothing's going to happen anytime soon.
Okay, because I was like, boy, this keeps it on my driveway.
And when we met with the county last year, Joe and Jernago, that PULASKI is on their radar to get redone from 159th all the way to, I think they said 135th or 127th. Yeah, 127, because they said the bridge was going to be a problem. But it is on the radar for complete redo all the way, the whole stretch, so that could be what they're doing.
It really does need it, because when you sit in my house and trucks go by, I don't have pictures straight in my house, and it's not going with this. Oh, yeah, well, this way we did it. Yeah, but, I was just wondering. No, I think that's it.
Thank you, Gene. We'll make sure that we do something really nice for Dylan. fantastic.
He did him,
More than amazing. He just
his whole family and
continues to take our breath away with his involvement. Anyone else? Chicago White Sox? Got anything? He's here to take notes. I'll close the floor to public comment. Move on to tonight's consent agenda. Number 1, approval of ordinance 2045, adopting the 2018 International Property Maintenance Code with the amendments and amending the Village of Midlothian Municipal Code at 4-18-1. Number 2, approval to purchase a 2020 police interceptor and to be paid for using the insurance payout and the balance out of the seized funds. Number 3, approval to purchase 12 tasers for the cost not to exceed $19,000. Number 4, approval of the November 2019 Treasurer Monthly Report. Number 5, approval of the December 11, 2019 Board Meeting Minutes. Number 6, approval of the December 18, 2019 Committee Meeting Minutes. Number 7, approval of the November 13th, 2019 Executive Session Minutes. Number 8, approval of the November 20th, 2019 Executive Session Minutes. Number 9, approval of the December 4th, 2019 Executive Session Minutes. Number 10, approval of the December 11th, 2019 Executive Session Minutes. And number 11, approval of list of bills. Is there any item any trustee would like off of tonight's consent agenda?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to remove number 1, please.
Number 1, anyone else? I'm looking for a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda without item 1, which would be the ordinance 2045, the International Property Maintenance Code.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Kreis.
Aye.
Trustee Koenig.
Aye.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Ivan.
Aye.
Trustee Killily.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. At this time, I'm looking for a motion to approve ordinance 2045, adopting the 2018 International Property Maintenance Code with the amendments and amending the Village of Midlothian Municipal Code at 4:18-1.
Mayor, I would like to amend that. Well, I just want to say before we do that, I'm always confused how this works. We need to make a little minor change, so when do we have the discussion at Sandy?
After there's a motion and second.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So I made the motion, you're
I'll
going to second.
second.
Excellent. Discussion?
Okay, thank you. I handed all the board members a sheet of paper. It's page 4. I received an email very late this afternoon, and a text message from Attorney Valadez that Superintendent Sperry had asked for a minor revision, and that is to... Okay, it's on page 4, paragraph 5, entitled Garbage, Debris, Yard Waste, and Street Public Way. Superintendent Sperry asked if we could specifically call out snow in the title and in the description, if we could include snow and ice in the description of items that would be unlawful to break, blow, or place into the public way. So I'd like to ask the board for their indulgence to make that minor change, and then the document is ready to be approved.
I'll amend my motion.
I'll amend my second.
Any other discussion?
What's public way mean?
The street
Street, not the sidewalk.
No, it means the sidewalk too.
and the
Well,
sidewalk.
okay, so what I'm afraid of is I know about the street, for sure, we don't want them to blow anything into the street, but is this going to be used in any way to compel people to shovel their sidewalk?
No, it says that it shall be unlawful to blow, break, or place.
Right.
So-
Okay,
so-
I'm just,
They're talking about shoveling snow off your own driveway and putting it on the sidewalk, or putting it into the street.
well, that's what okay.
Or
Okay.
cause the
So-
accumulation? If you're causing the accumulation, that's your fault.
Right.
If Mother Nature's causing it, there's nothing you can do
Yeah.
about that.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, I got a minor question, sorry.
Yeah, on that same page.
So when the plow plows the snow up onto your driveway, I can't put it back onto the street, is what we're saying.
It needs to get scooped into the parkway.
All right.
And I mean, when we have blizzards, it's gonna be a tough situation, especially when it's freezing cold. Because we all know if the plow comes in the middle of the night, by the time we all wake up in the morning, that, 1-foot hump of snow that's at the foot of our driveway is already frozen like a popsicle. So we can't shovel it anyway.
Okay.
So you're the one.
Yeah, when Joe puts it on my driveway, I kind of give back.
Apparently Carl and Don are the ones.
Any other discussion? Okay, roll call.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Kaveny.
Aye.
Trustee Ivan.
Aye.
Trustee Killiely.
Aye.
Trustee Kreis.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to trustee business, trustee Price.
Nothing this evening. I should have some updates for the committee meeting next week.
Trustee Kreis, I believe that back in October, when you had mentioned to all of us that there was a rain-ready meeting that was held, you had said that the next one was going to be sometime in January, and I understand that it's scheduled for next Thursday. Is that the 16th?
Yes, 11 a.m.
Okay, you were going to share with us the meeting minutes from the last meeting and the agenda from the last meeting, and I don't recall getting that, so.
I just got
You can share
I
that?
just received the minutes from Anna. So
Okay.
I can send it, they'll go out with the new agenda.
Okay, if
Okay.
we could have a copy of the last agenda as well.
Sure, let me make a note to send you last agenda. It was actually posted on the village website, but, I'll get that to you.
Okay, that's it. Trustee Ivan?
Thank you, Mayor. I got 6 quick things. First, if anybody wants to read the bond transcript, here it is. We have the electronic version as well available for their perusal. Second thing is that I put a calendar on everybody's chair for the 2020 series bond. And I just want to draw everybody's attention to the target date of delivery of the 2020 bonds is the week of February 24th. And what else here? We should have the draft audit, and we'll be sending that out. This will be for 2019 tomorrow. And also the budget process will begin at the end of January for the, let me see if I get this right, the 2019-2020 year, or is it the 2020 to 21 year? All right, then the one last thing is, in January, the state raised the parking tax for any parking lot where you have to pay. So that affects us presently on our private lots because we have that monthly parking lot. And it also affects our Metra lots. Metra has gone back to the state, if I got that right, correctly, Joe? Then to talk about the tax not impacting the Metra lots. Either way, it's a potential lost revenue of, I don't know exactly what the dollar amount would be, but so at some point in time later, I want to probably bring it up to somehow to recoup that shortage.
So, my understanding was, well, the last I checked, was everybody had to pay, like, say, $1.50 or $2 a day to park in the Metro lot. Was sales tax already included in that dollar figure?
125.
125.
Okay, it's $1.25.
No
so-
sales tax.
Huh?
No sales tax.
And there was no sales tax. Then what tax are you talking about?
State implicated.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Implemented.
Implemented.
So the state is now putting a sales tax on that parking fee?
Well,
Well, we,
excise tax.
Excise tax.
it's a
Oh,
tax, I have a slightly different opinion as to what the legislation says. It specifically exempts municipal lots. The issue comes, Metro taking the conservative approach, because the village doesn't run its own machines, are taking the conservative approach that the tax applies to the village of Midlothian. It is my opinion that the village of Midlothian simply contracts out to collect the money, does not have a contract with someone to share the money. In other words, we're not leasing it out and taking money. We are just having a contractor do our collections for us in terms of the machines. In my opinion, and I could be wrong, but in my opinion, the legislation does not contemplate that no longer making us the operator. The law says the operator, and the issue now is, are you the operator of the Metro lot? If you own it, but you contract out to have someone collect your money for you, in my opinion, you're still the operator.
So Metro originally said, it does not affect our lots. They went back to the state, and the state wasn't sure. They recommended that we start collecting it and put it in escrow or something, just in case they come back to us 6 months from now and say, you need to pay us 6 months worth of sales or excise tax.
So they're taxing parking fees, even on Metro lots. Because Metro lot technically is not a municipal lot. We don't own it,
There's
right?
a tax on the municipal lot too, it's actually a higher amount.
The monthly lots are
The monthly lots are 9%, and the
9%.
metro lots are 6%.
9% excise tax on a parking space?
monthly lots, yeah. 6% on daily lots. Which again goes against something that you and I have talked about. If they want more people to ride the trains, why would they charge more to park there? So-
Right.
And we won't be the only municipality with this issue, because a number of municipalities engage this service to collect the fees.
Right.
So I know a number of them do, it just makes more sense.
And this will be determined by the Illinois Department of Revenue, who's clarifying this. It just seems logical to me that the legislature didn't intend to say that municipal lots, if you contract someone to just collect the money, that no longer makes you the operator of it. They meant, I believe, to say that if we lease it out and share the profits and someone else leases our land and puts Metro...
Then it would be subject to the excise
It was,
tax.
the legislation was meant for for-profit lots
Oh,
and
okay,
garages.
so, all right. So there's still a chance that we may not have to pay it
Very
because,
strong chance that we won't.
Which is why I'm making a recommendation that we put aside the monies that will go into it, but I won't be able to have any specifics until we get some feedback
well, the
from
problem is
the
if
different
we,
taxing bodies. So also the other impact that's part of this is though, if you park on a private lot, with grass and stuff like that, and you charge somebody, that tax is supposed to be charged as well. So if there are any events going out there in the village that uses grass or somebody's driveway and charges, technically they are supposed to take that tax as well.
so any of the businesses in town that let commuters
Yes.
pay their
Yes.
pay to park, they're supposed to collect the tax as well.
Correct.
Well, the problem is that, one of you mentioned that we should, so the recommendation was made that we start collecting this excise tax monthly, put it in escrow until there's a final determination. Well, if they come back to us and say, you don't owe it, how the hell are we gonna go back 6 months and reimburse everybody who has paid $1.25 a day?
We're not, we're gonna send it to the Illinois Department of Revenue.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That was Metro's recommendation.
Well, I think the Illinois legislature needs to just hold off on making anybody pay that until they get their own house in order and figure out if it's owed or not.
Well, they already charge you a service fee for collecting the sales tax, so this is just another way to get the revenue.
We would probably need to raise the daily lots to $1.50 and the monthly lots to $33. It's kind of, we came up with the department head meeting today, so it's kind of numbers that we're throwing out there, but it's up to the board to agree to that.
Another manner in which this could be resolved is if the village, in order to be exempt, we have to apply to the Department of Revenue for an exempt number for your parking lot. And I would presume that if the village of Midlothian applied for it and had the facts to the Department of Revenue showing that we are the operator and we are a municipality, that we don't have to pay it, that once we got that tax exempt certification number, there would be no doubt that we don't have to pay tax.
Oh.
Or more likely, we'd be...
And we should do it, wherever the,
Our commuters don't have to pay the tax.
Can we
Not lots.
plan, is that a legal thing, or is that a?
I think I can contact the Department of Revenue.
Okay. Well, that would be ideal, resolution of the problem, because I don't really want to raise the parking.
We will have to do that anyway, in order to not get taxed.
What?
We will have to get the manner in which the state will know that these metro lots are not supposed to be collecting the tax is because the village of Midlothian will have the exempt number as the operator of the lot.
So we gotta do it anyway, so. Okay, make it happen. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Trustee Gillis couldn't make it tonight, but he's looking for approval to purchase 3 Zoll cardiac monitors for a total cost not to exceed $90,838.86, and the purchase of 3 mounting brackets not to exceed $2,625 for a total purchase of $93,463.86. Looking for a motion.
So I have a question. So I have to make a motion?
I'll make the motion first.
I'll
You can
second.
second.
Okay. Discussion?
So my question is, was this a budgeted item?
Yeah, so what happened was, we budgeted to purchase one monitor, $37,500 this year, or for one for next year. Since then, we brought monitors on to testing, old testing new ones, and found out that we can get certain pricing result with a combined purchase program for saving about $7,000 a monitor at 0% interest for 5 years. So rather than just buy one monitor now, we're looking to buy all 3, making a yearly payment of, it's on a sheet, $18,000, I believe it is, 18 something, for 5 years, and get all 3 out of that purchasing and saving $7,000 a monitor.
With no interest.
With no interest.
They're gonna finance the entire amount with no interest over 5 years.
Correct. Correct. We also got a monthly payment option too, and I talked to Treasurer Britton about this, and it seemed easier and better to go with a yearly payment rather than a monthly payment. So basically, if we order monitors, it's going to take 2 or 3 weeks to get them, and then the first payment won't be due for another 90 days. So we figure, right, so probably when we put out this budget, probably got a next budget, the first payment. But you can save $7,000 a monitor by 8 weeks of purchasing now through this repurchase program with small municipalities that are doing.
So is that why we have it on the agenda for discussion and approval at the same day instead of? Okay.
The only thing we didn't purchase is the brackets. If we come out, there's $2,600 for brackets to buy those, which we do right away, or this budget, once the numbers come in. And the rest probably the next budget, and Maggie's gonna talk with the auditor, she said, whether we want to put it all in one budget year or over the next 5 years.
Any other discussion?
Trustee Ivan?
Aye.
Trustee Crowley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaveny?
Aye.
Trustee Killily? Aye. Trustee Kreis?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Trustee Gillis is also looking for the approval to sign the contract with ESO, the Firehouse Software for EMS reporting software and maintenance.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Is this just a reoccurring contract?
Yes.
So this is a small update, right? Not a major one.
Right,
It's just
it's
a
a new
contract.
program, but it's gonna be recurring, it's gonna replace the old benefit program.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Ivan?
Aye.
Trustee Crowley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaveny?
Aye.
Trustee Killily? Aye. Trustee Kreis?
Aye.
Motion carries.
That concludes his business. Trustee Kaveny.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have any business to discuss this evening, but I do want to make mention to the board that with the approval of ordinance 2045 to adopt the 2018 International Property Maintenance Code, I believe that concludes the building department's project of updating all of the building-related codes. Attorney Valadez mentioned to me that all the building department-related codes that we've updated in the last year comprise about 40% of the village's entire code. That was a monumental undertaking. I want to say that we've updated, 8 or 9 codes, if not more. We updated the ICC, the Illinois Building Code, the International Building Code, the International Residential Code, the Plumbing Code, the Electrical Code, the Illinois ADA. What else? Help me, Nick. I don't know if I said plumbing.
Chicago Electrical Code, Energy Conservation Code,
Yeah, so it was a monumental undertaking, and all of this work got done in the time frame of about 13 or 14 months. I mean, we started on this, Nick just came to the village in October of 2018, and I think, right? And I think we updated, might have passed our first ordinance to update our first code in like January or February of 2019. So I just wanted to make note of that. It was a huge undertaking by the building department. So I want to thank Nick Weinert and Attorney Valadez for all their work on that. That's all I have.
What's next? Zoning. All right, thank you. Trustee Kilby.
Nothing to name here.
Trustee Crowley.
Thank you, sir. Just a couple of things. First, I just wanted to update the board. I have spoke to Attorney Valadez, and the attorney from Tesla that's reviewing our RFQ contract has all of the documents that he needs and is in the process of reviewing the contract. So his recommendations I will be sharing with the board after we get them and have time to discuss them. As far as the IT, the new server will be on site on Friday. It will not be up and running, but we are one step closer. Proven's going to be installing the virtual server. No comments, please. It was kind of funny. They'll be bringing in the new server, and they're going to be installing it, and they're going to be transferring data and doing testing and that. But nothing will be uploaded for at least a few more weeks. So, work in progress. I also have an email out that I sent to the department heads and Trustee Ivan and the mayor today, making sure we have the computers that need to be upgraded from Windows 7 upgraded by next week. We will be just upgrading computers that can be upgraded, and we've made a decision, I think, with the in-car computers, so I think that's been taken care of as well. Joe, I just have one question for you. Metro, have they gotten back to you with the parking lot use? No? Would you follow up? Thank you. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to department heads, Chief Hotwagner.
Sir, just a couple things. So everybody know we ran 2,517 calls this year, last year, 2019, which is our highest in the history of the department. 2,525 calls, so it's been real busy. And secondly, the fire prevention officer job description that was passed by the board is on the village website. We're accepting applications for the position, so 5 p.m. on January 24th.
Excellent. Chief Delaney. Superintendent Weinert.
Nothing regarding zoning.
There will be, though.
Oh, I did, I'm sorry, may I interrupt for 1 second?
Yes.
Chief, do you want to talk about that we're going to have to update the ordinance on?
Yeah, because of the new legislation on utilized cannabis, we're going to have to update our ordinance, so we're going to make it on that. Because right now we cite adults for less than 10 grams of cannabis. We no longer be able to do so, including paraphernalia. They will now describe juveniles as anyone being under 21 years of age. So prior to that, we sent them over to Martin Courthouse because the local ordinance is juveniles. And now they're saying they're cited locally as petty offense for that. We're going to have to change the ordinance that now is drug paraphernalia not legal. We cite juveniles, meaning anybody under 21, for anything less than 10 grams of cannabis. So that's changed that.
Thank you.
Okay. Superintendent Sperry. Engineer Huss. Or is it whose?
Us. We received an update over the holiday span from Dominic at the county. I haven't been able to link up with Tom. We just need to adjust some documents, get it back to them with a formal agreement. They just wanted some of the engineering moving from different, for the village's match, we can do a different place. Once we get into that, we will send it back to.
And which grant is that for?
The Jolly Homes Grant.
Oh, okay.
So we finally had some movement on that. More good news on the Metro RTA grant. The mayor was so kind enough to sign a IDEP memorandum. They finally said we're going to be out of phase one. I will be sending the signed memo back to them tomorrow, and then I'll be talking to the board about phase two in the coming weeks. And the busy sewer contract for TV cleaning and lining is officially complete. We've received a couple partial invoices and should receive the final one in a couple weeks. They have a lot of projects wrapping up. So that project from a work side is complete. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir.
So was there anything significant with, that they found?
We have about 75% of the tape from Visu Sewer already in hand. We're going to review it in
So you
mass
haven't
when we
reviewed
have
the
it
whole
all.
thing? Okay.
Have it all.
Okay.
And can I ask, on the county, because I know this will probably come up at our rain ready meeting, I know Anna Wolf will be there as well. You have any kind of timeline as to when we could expect a signed grant document?
Off the top of my head, no, but I can certainly request from Don how quick the turnaround time is once we have the updated.
And exactly what did they want moved in the grant document?
I believe in the grant document, we had some of the village match in engineering fees. They just simply wanted to move to a different section of the grant. I believe they wanted that put towards some TVing.
The televising?
Yeah, well, that was kind of what the holdup was, is we're trying to figure out whether it's classified as a maintenance item, which to them doesn't sound very attractive to use their money on, which is why we're trying to get them to say yes. It sounds like they are, they just wanted to have more of the village match towards that portion.
Okay, thank you.
Treasurer Britton? Deputy Clerk Kalecki? Attorney Valdez?
Nothing except for what needs to be discussed in closed session.
Supposed to be
Yes. Formal, I do have one item. Formal approval of the board for the Blakemore litigation settlement. If you recall, this came about regarding a spouse of a retiree who was getting a divorce, and the village was notified that they should be removed from their policy pursuant to the agreement that the village has with our insurer. To make a long story short, written COBRA notice wasn't given to this individual. Involved a divorce case in Tennessee, and whether the divorce was final or not. To make a long story short, the original demand was for $100,000. Under COBRA fine provisions, what we settled for was a reasonable amount of attorney's fees for her attorney and no penalties.
We don't have to say anything about it. We have to say anything.
It's public information.
So I'm asking for a motion to approve the settlement agreement in the amount of $12,500. Should I say more?
No, everyone could.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Ivan?
Aye.
Trustee Kovey?
Aye.
Trustee Crowley?
No.
Trustee Killian?
Aye.
Trustee Kreis?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Now, I would add that the village deductible is the only amount that the village is paying, and that insurance for this particular situation. So the insurance company's recommendation was to settle it, to make the village share some of the deductible.
Okay, that's it. Looking for the okay from the board to, looking for the board's authorization to direct a letter to the Fire and Police Commission requesting notification of the next eligible full-time firefighter applicant for the conditional offer of employment.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Kreis.
Aye.
Trustee Kavy.
Aye.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Ivan.
Aye.
Trustee Killian.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Excuse me. All right. Midlothian Area Chamber of Commerce, monthly meeting is tomorrow, Thursday, January 9th, at Gracie's Wine Bar, 5:30. I believe I'll be there. Let's see. Got that. You said closed session? Comcast, Joyce isn't here. Important information regarding price changes and channel lineup to Comcast. And, of course, they are committed to keeping you and your customers informed. TV, did I already read this one? I think I already read that. That is all I have tonight. Clerk Muska.
Nothing to mention.
Then I am looking for a motion to adjourn to closed session to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? There will be no action following closed session. Welcome back, everyone.